Okay, have you ever stared at your phone for way too long, just trying to figure out if you should send LOL, LL, or just the laughing emoji? Because somehow those three tiny things all feel completely different. Yeah, this is supposed to be the simple way we communicate, but it's not, is it? Today I want to talk about emojis. Not from the are they cringe angle, but from the why do these dumb little pictures have this much power over my brain? And there's a twist here you probably don't expect. Because emojis actually solved a really old human problem and then created a new one. But we'll get to that in a bit. But let's start with something you've definitely experienced. So, you get a text, no emoji, no extra word, just sure. Your stomach drops a little. Are they mad? Are they fine? And then you read it again, but slower. Now, change one tiny thing. In front of the word, sure, just put a smiley emoji. Totally different energy. Because depending on how old you are, who sent it, and what country you're in, that smiley emoji might feel friendly, or passive-aggressive, or like the digital version of fine. Whatever. Same three letters. Same little curved line. Completely different story. So, what's actually happening here? Why does your brain freak out over a yellow circle? To answer that, we've got to go way back. Like way before iPhones, before MSN, before even punctuation. And this is where it gets weird. For most of human history, if you wanted to know how someone felt, you looked at their face, you heard their tone, you watched their body language. Then writing showed up and said, cool, what if we take all of that and delete it? Early writing systems were brutal. No lowercase, no punctuation, no spaces between words. Imagine your friend texting you with no spaces or punctuation. So, from the beginning, writing has had this problem. How do you show emotion without a face or a voice? Fast forward a few thousand years and we basically just kept hacking our way through it. We added punctuation, then all caps, then things like LOL that started as laughing out loud, then slowly turned into I'm not mad, I promise. And then finally, the internet asked the question that changed everything. What if we just draw the face? That's what emojis are really trying to fix. They're our way of putting tone, facial expression, and little social signals back into something that was originally totally flat. But, and here's the catch, we didn't actually solve the problem. We just moved it. Because now the issue isn't there's no tone. It's there are too many tones and nobody agrees what they mean. Let me give you one example that blew my mind. Researchers showed a bunch of people the exact same emoji and asked, is this positive, neutral, or negative? You'd think we'd all roughly agree, right? Nope. Up to a quarter of the time, people disagreed on the basic emotion. Same tiny image, same context, different brains, different meanings. And that's before we even get into the fact that the same emoji looks different on an iPhone, on Android, and on WhatsApp. So I might send you a cute, friendly face, and your phone might turn it into something that looks like it wants to fight you. So here's the loop I want you to notice. We use emojis to make things clearer, but we forget that everyone sees them through their own history, culture, and platform. So we're more confident, we're being clear. At the exact moment, we might actually be confusing people the most. And this is where texting anxiety shows up. Think about the last time you crafted a perfect message. You typed it, you deleted it, you added a laugh emoji. You deleted the laugh emoji. You replaced it with another type of laugh emoji because maybe that's funnier? Then you sat there and thought, this is insane. It's just a text. But it doesn't feel like just a text, does it? Because your brain knows something, your logical side keeps trying to ignore. Underneath all the tiny icons and acronyms, your relationships live here. Crushes, arguments, friendships, jobs, breakups. A lot of important stuff now happens through bubbles and emojis. So of course your nervous system is like, hey, can we make sure we don't ruin our entire life with the wrong yellow face? This is why that one little thumbs up from your boss can feel cold. Why a laugh emoji can turn an apology into, I'm pretending to laugh so this doesn't get too serious. Why a laugh and cry emoji together can mean that's hilarious, but a cry and laugh emoji together can feel a bit more unhinged. Aren't you already confused? It's not that emojis are bad, it's that they're doing two jobs at once. They're decorating our messages, but they're also carrying emotional weight that used to live in eye contact and tone of voice. And they're not really built for that level of responsibility. So, if you catch yourself overthinking that little yellow face, just remember, it's not because you're ridiculous. It's because you're human. If this messed with the way you look at your text even a little bit, you can stick around. This is the kind of stupid stuff we talk about here all the time. All right, go send that message you've been drafting for 10 minutes. Emoji or no emoji? They'll survive.